Good evening and welcome to Eagle Eye News. I'm Stephen Dinan.
And I'm Mary McCartney.
Members of the Opelika community gathered together Saturday morning to honor veterans and celebrate the 100th anniversary of the World War I armistice. A professor at Troy University's Dothan campus, Marty Olaf, delivered the keynote address and shared the history of Armistice Day and the evolution of it becoming Veterans Day.
Today we remember the beginnings of the American century on that 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month 100 years ago when we were a very different place and a very different people, Olaf said. So let us not forget who we were then and as we hurtle toward whoever we are going to become. And to all our veterans, thank you for your service.
Members of the Opelika Fire Department, Opelika High School Choir, and Opelika City Council all took part in the ceremony.
Along with the city of Opelika, Auburn's basketball team also paid tribute to our veterans by wearing special shirts during their warm-up before their game on Friday night.
With Veterans Day,
the annual Beat Bama Food Drive is...
Today was Military Appreciation Day here at Auburn. And our guys all had some commemorative shirts in warm-ups. But what it did, it gave me an opportunity to remind our young kids how fortunate we all are to be able to play basketball in this incredible environment, have the freedoms that we have because of the men and women all around the world that are protecting us. And so we're grateful to all those folks in service that allow us to do what we do.
The annual Beat Bama Food Drive is hosted by Auburn University and the University of Alabama to contribute to their local communities. This year marks the 25th anniversary that Auburn and Alabama have competed against each other. Together, the schools have raised more than 6 million pounds of food.
Last year, the University of Alabama won with over 260,000 pounds of food. The food drive began October 1st and ends this Thursday. Be sure to donate and help Auburn win this year.
Auburn's Interfraternity Council is taking a new approach to raise awareness for men's health: mustaches. The month-long campaign is sponsored by the Movember Foundation with the mission to stop men dying too young by raising awareness for the biggest health issues affecting males.
Along with growing mustaches, the campaign focuses on physically moving by getting men to commit to walk or run 60 miles within the month to spread awareness for the 60 men lost to suicide each hour. IFC kicked off Movember on October 24th and will continue until November 14th, but donations can continue to be made through the end of the month.
The Auburn police have arrested John David Wood, who was in connection to a November 1st assault. According to the police, a male dressed in a Halloween costume approached an 18-year-old male walking down the street and punched him in the face. After that, he ran away.
Further investigation resulted in Wood being a suspect and soon after being identified as the individual responsible for assaulting the victim. Wood was taken into custody and transported to the Lee County Jail, where he is being held on a $25,000 bond.
The holiday season is here, and the Auburn Mall is preparing. During Thanksgiving weekend, the Auburn Mall will be opening an ice rink.
It is going to be even larger than last year's ice rink in the Gay Street parking lot and will even feature real ice. A $5 admission fee will be required to enjoy the holiday festivities. If the project stays the course, the rink will continue to be open through President's Day and weekend 2019.
After the break, take a look at how Auburn's Campus Safety Department is improving student safety.
You're watching Eagle Eye TV, Auburn's news leader.
I believe that this is a practical world.
And that I can count only on what I earn.
Therefore, I believe in work.
Hard work.
I believe in education,
which gives me the knowledge to work wisely
and trains my mind and my hands to work skillfully.
I believe in honesty and truthfulness,
without which I cannot win.
The respect and confidence of my fellow men.
I believe in a sound mind
and a sound body
and a spirit that is not afraid.
Not afraid.
Not afraid.
And in clean sports
that develop these qualities.
I believe in obedience to law
because it protects the rights of all.
I believe in the human touch,
which cultivates sympathy with my fellow men,
and mutual helpfulness, and brings happiness for all.
For all.
For all.
I believe in my country
because it is a land of freedom,
and because it is my own home,
and that I can best serve that country
by doing justly,
loving mercy,
and walking humbly with my God.
And because Auburn men
and women
believe in these things,
I believe in Auburn.
I believe in Auburn.
I believe in Auburn.
I believe in Auburn. I love
it. Even the best of us forget sometimes. but buckling up is one thing you always want to remember.
Seatbelts save lives. Drive safe, Alabama. A message from your Alabama Department of Transportation.
TV sat down with Auburn's Department of Safety and Security to go over the numbers from the past year.
2018 Auburn University Annual Security and Fire Safety Reports have been published. In my hand are some of the numbers from this past year.
We do see some more serious cases, certainly, and those we ramp up very quickly on addressing to make sure that those are interrupted before there's a significant problem.
Of the listed offenses, the numbers show liquor law violations referred for disciplinary action to be the highest at 390 reports.
I feel like that's a lot, but being on a college campus, I'm not surprised. I do think that our generation, per se, has a lower kind of standard as to what is too much, but that's just how college kids are nowadays. I don't think that's surprising at all.
While this offense sees the most reports, this number is down from the 439 reports in 2016, a 40-number decrease that's largely because of the services available on campus for students.
A lot of different programs that are in place to help intervene if they do see that someone may be struggling with alcohol and help them evaluate their own alcohol use and come up with a strategy to reduce that.
The report also shows an increase in stalking, with numbers rising from 38 in 2016 to 58 in 2017.
Like 58, I guess, doesn't initially sound like that much, but when you think like in terms of, 365 days in a year, that's, considering there's 58 reports, that's a significant amount.
What students may not know about is something called the Clery Act.
The Clery Act requires us to use a specific definition of stalking, and it's not what everybody might think of as the definition of stalking. There are a lot of incidents included in there that may be relatively minor in comparison to others. So a lot of the things that are counted in our stalking statistics would not be considered stalking under Alabama law.
As for the fluctuation in numbers,
but when we start to see numbers go up on these types of crimes, we actually look at it as progress because we know these things are happening, but we know now that more people are feeling comfortable to report it or know about the resources available to report it.
In Auburn, Kara Rhodes, Eagle Eye TV.
The Department of Safety and Security is continuing to ensure students are kept safe by releasing an Auburn safety app that has features including a virtual friend walk home that is free to the public.
The International Justice Mission is one of the largest international anti-slavery organizations, and their student-led chapter at Auburn is serious about fighting sex trafficking.
When I came to Auburn, I got involved with International Justice Mission, which fights human trafficking all over the world. And since then, my passion has just grown more and more, and I just have learned to love and care for these people who can't speak for themselves.
But what does soap have to do with human trafficking? I asked the event organizer, Hoffman Ryan, to tell us.
We've put the human trafficking hotline, labels with that hotline on bars of soap, and then we're going out to area hotels and offering them free soap. Often the bathroom is the only place where girls that are trafficked have any kind of privacy. So we want to put in the bathrooms this hotline as a ray of hope for them, that they might see it and realize that there's someone out there that cares and that can do something about it.
SOAP stands for Save Our Adolescents from Prostitution and was founded by Teresa Flores, herself a survivor of sex trafficking. And when Auburn IJM students heard a SOAP project was happening in Opelika, they had to get involved.
Auburn students should be passionate about this because it's happening in their home city. Like right now we're in Opelika, 10 minutes away from campus, and we're about to go and intervene in places where trafficking is actually happening.
People want to do something about this, but they don't know how, and this is a hands-on project.
We have shared real stories today earlier about things that happened in Opelika, Birmingham, Atlanta, Fort Payne, places that we're from. It's happening right here.
Want to get involved?
We meet every Thursday at 7 p.m. in the crew office, which is at Magnolia and Ross.
We'd love to see the day that if a trafficker thinks, where can I make a profit, they will not think Auburn or Opelika.
For Eagle Eye TV, I'm Patience Ray.
Neptune was found in a hoarding situation and has been at the shelter since May. He's 2.5 years old and has big blue eyes. He's pretty shy around humans, but is working on his people skills.
Neptune is available for adoption at the Lee County Humane Society.
After the break, see what happens 28 years after a girl lost her contact lens.
You're watching Eagle Eye TV, Auburn's news leader.
For all the papas out there, let's stop what we're doing and take a moment. A moment to be with our kids. They can be loud moments, goofy moments, sporty moments, dorky moments, kooky moments. Moments where we talk or walk or just hang out. It doesn't really matter. They all count because every time dads take a moment to be with their kids, well, it's pretty momentous. So let's all take a moment to make a moment today.
I'm Ferdinand. You look at me and think big. You think scary. But I'm a little misunderstood. Funny! Sorry, I almost killed you. We've all been misunderstood. I'm not a fighter.
I don't understand that at all.
Kids with learning and attention issues like dyslexia and ADHD are misunderstood too. Take the time to understand.
Best plan ever!
With the right support, everyone can reach their full potential because you can't judge a bull by his cover. Learn more at understood.org.
A British woman found a contact lens in her eye from 28 years ago. She went to the doctors because her upper left eyelid was swollen and drooping. The doctors found a cyst, and once they looked inside, they found an old contact lens.
The 42-year-old woman says she lost it when she was just 14 years old during a badminton game. The doctor said that her body encapsulated the contact in her tissue, and that she isn't the first person that has happened to.
That's all we have for you tonight. Be sure to tune in with us each Monday and check our website, eagleeyeauburn.com, for all the latest Auburn headlines. I'm Mary McCartney.
And I'm Stephen Dinan. Thanks for joining us, and War Eagle.